Well, I'm trying to do a selfie and let's see how it works. This is my monologue on McCain betrays Republicans and voters. Let's see how it goes. As you may have noticed, on Friday, the Republicans tried to pass a skinny health care repeal and replace bill to repeal and replace Obamacare, and they failed by one vote. And the one vote that surprised everyone, and especially since he had voted for debating the issue, was Senator John McCain's vote. Now, this is actually characteristic of McCain. That's why a decade ago they named him the Maverick, which means that he will go against the Republicans, and of course the mainstream press loved him because they could count on him to betray the Republicans. Now, I want to talk a little bit about why that is a strategy that increases your fame and power, which is why he characteristically did that for, I don't know, 1 or 2 decades. But first, on the healthcare bill itself, it was a minor improvement over Obamacare. Nothing to write home about, but at least eliminated some taxes, and we could progress, the Trump administration could progress to tax reform. And since they've already been able to do a good amount of deregulation, well, those are the 3, in my view, most important policy issues facing the Trump administration. So why did McCain do this? Well, he wanted to play the part of the Maverick again, and the power player, the player that deviates and requests special attention and special benefits for his vote, increases his power in the Senate. Now, if they had been smart, they would have asked him what he needed in order to vote yes, and they would have done the same thing with Murkowski and Collins. But they didn't do that, and because they're neophytes and they don't know how to get a bill through. You may recall Obamacare got through with the Cornhusker, I think it's a Nebraska senator, where they gave him essentially some money for his state. That's the way politics is in the U.S. So McCain betrayed the Republicans and the people that had voted for him because he had promised to do repeal and replace, and when he had a chance, he didn't. So if you want to get a good insight into John McCain, you should watch the interview I did with him, where he argues that he argues something that is like preposterous. He says foreign aid is not redistribution of wealth. I suggested or pointed out to him that if foreign aid is tax money that is taken from the American people and given to the foreigners, so it's not only redistribution of wealth as other programs that are redistribution of wealth, which redistribute from an American citizen to an American citizen. In this case, they are redistributing from an American citizen to a foreigner. If that's not redistribution of wealth, then nothing is. And of course, some people argue that this foreign aid is really defense spending. Well, if it's defense spending, then you shouldn't call it foreign aid. You should call it defense spending. And that's not what we're talking about. But even in that case, where you're talking about you say that the United States needs to give money away to other countries in order to be protected, it's ridiculous. In that case, all the other countries in the world would be unsafe because they don't give money to anyone. So this is an insight. You can go to my interview with him on YouTube and you can see where he is unable to explain the faulty reasoning and logic in his position and essentially just shuts down. Anyway, I thought this was the most important thing that happened on Friday, which is regarding policy. And I plan to make another video on the more salacious goings on in Congress, not in Congress, but in the White House, and Trump's decision. So keep posted for that as well. Anyway, please let me know what you think of McCain's decision and Trump's inability to get a yes vote on those 3 Republicans. Of course, he got a no vote on the other 48 senators. So he missed by just 1 vote. And that's what you call bad vote counting and bad negotiation. Anyway, let me hear your comments. Thank you.